Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Friday night. Tonight's a big one. The James Monroe Mavericks are on the road once again, and they're going to take on the Naras Green Wave. This is a rivalry that goes way back, but it hasn't been played in a while. These teams close to each other. Only about 15 miles separates the two high schools, but they don't get to play very often. This year, the stars have aligned, and they're going to be stepping on the field tonight. The undefeated Mavericks versus the undefeated Green Wave. James Monroe is going to come in tonight, led by senior running back Cooper Ridgeway. And theirs will come in featuring their star wide receiver, Collier Pruitt. It's going to be a game of ground versus air attacks, as Naras likes to throw the ball. We're here at lovely Ragsdale Field in Naras, Virginia. And this is the third game in a row for James Monroe. They have been on the road to open this season. Haven't been home yet, but expect to be back next week for homecoming. And they're looking forward to that. But first, they got to finish this early season road test here. And this is maybe the toughest one they've had to this point in the year. Naras is coming off 4 victories in a row to start the season. Took on and defeated Auburn, Holston, and Chilhowie earlier, and then had the big 1-point victory last week against Giles, and that's a huge rivalry for them. And they're going to really enjoy that one for the next years. They've got Giles County bragging rights now over the Spartans. James Monroe opened the season against single-A powerhouse Wheeling Central in Wheeling. Were able to get a victory there in a hard-fought game, and then came back and took on Pikeview in a rain-soaked night. Game took a couple extra hours to finish, but the Mavericks got it done in Mercer County, and now they're here to take on Naras. See the Naras band making their way out onto the field. Naras fans making their way onto the field. They're going to set up a tunnel for their players to run onto the field with. Take a minute here while we have, and thank some of our sponsors who made this broadcast possible. GNC Flooring being one. We have Air Supply. Hunting on Hants Creek, you'll be able to enjoy that Fright Field Festival most weeks in October. I believe beginning on the 14th, 21st, and through Halloween, you'll be able to experience that. Also, Inside Billiards Lodge has joined as the sponsor for this game. You'll be able to find them right off of 219 in Linside. You can also find more information about them on their Facebook page. The market is Sunfresh in Peterstown. That's at 116 Market Street in Peterstown. They're open Monday through Friday from 10 to 4. You can go in there and get some good lunch and pick up a few things that you need. A shot of some of our camera crew here for the evening. James Monroe cheerleaders lined up with some students. They're going to have a tunnel ready for the team to run through. Small town football at its finest here tonight in Naras, Virginia. Both sides of this stadium filling up. See the pride both teams, or both towns, have in their teams. Here comes Naras. See coming out first on that door was number 6, Collier Pruitt. We talked about him a few minutes ago. The 6'3", 200-pound senior wide receiver. Big part of the offensive attack from Nares. Close-up view here of Nares as they're coming out onto the field ready to go. Still about 7 minutes till we kick off. And they're going to pile up there at midfield. So Advanced Hydraulic, another sponsor for this event, along with Shannon Parker, realtor and sales associate with Patterson and Company Luxury Real Estate. Another proud sponsor of tonight's game. You see some of the Maverick coaching staff making their way on. You can hear the crowd. Here come the Mavericks. Two undefeated teams here tonight. 4-0 Nares Greenway versus 2-0 James Monroe Mavericks. It's going to be a showdown, and somebody's not going to be able to keep that perfect record after tonight. Here for Friday Night Lights, captains for Nares ready to come out. So we're going to be ready to meet at midfield as soon as James Monroe is able to break up this huddle and get their captains out. Shot there. Head coach John Mustang for the Mavericks. And Kelly Lowe, head coach for Nares. The Cooper Ridgeway and Ashton Evans, captains tonight for the Mavericks. Midfield with Matt McLaughlin. It's like Brock Bowman, Collier Pruitt, captains for the Greenway. Up. Looks like Nares has won. Nares has deferred in the second half. Mavericks will receive to start the game. Field is set. Mavericks will be on their first drive away from the school building. We're ready for some football here, folks. Week 5, high school football. 2-0 James Monroe Mavericks. In ready to start this game against the 4-0 Narrows Green Wave here at Ragsdale Field. Spangled Banner, and we are ready to get to some football. Mavericks out to receive. Wave breaks their huddle, and we are ready to get underway. So, folks, here Friday night, sun is just about down. The lights are coming on, and it's time for some football. And the kick's away. It's going to skip out of bounds, and that'll be a penalty to start this game. Mavericks going to have excellent field positions. They'll be starting on their 35-yard line after the kick out of bounds. James Miller will start this game on offense. It'll be Leighton Dowdy to lead his team out. Dowdy, the 6-foot junior, has the cut play, and huddle's broken. We're going up to the ball. As Ridgeway and Boggs split behind, turns, pitches to Ridgeway. Ridgeway on the left side. He finds the edge, cuts up, and he's going to be met there by a host of Green Wave, and going to get him there for basically no gain. Able to get the edge, but they closed down fast. Kept that actually to about a loss of a yard. Solid defensive play there for the Green Wave. All right, Mavericks quickly back on the ball. Split backs. Dowdy under center. Hands off. That was to Boggs. No, sorry, that was actually to number 40, Liza Hoskins. Gain of about 6 there is going to bring up a 3rd and 5. Dowdy under center, turns, got a hand inside. I believe that was to Ridgeway. Sorry, I believe that's actually Chad Boggs who carried that ball. It is Boggs, and he is going to have the first down just by enough. Strong run inside there by the senior Boggs. Mavericks on the ball, split backs. Dowdy under center, turns, hands to Ridgeway. Ridgeway fumbles on the handoff, but he's able to jump back on. It's going to be a loss of about 3, bring up 2nd and 13. Mavericks fortunate there to get that ball back. Had a problem with the scoreboard there for a moment. Still 0-0. This is the first possession of the game. 2nd and 13 here for the Mavericks from their 41-yard line. Turns, pitch goes to Boggs. Boggs finds the edge, gets up, might have gotten a couple of those yards back. It was going to bring up 3rd and 11. Mavericks facing a 3rd and long here. We'll see what they come up with. Dowdy and Ridgeway come to the sideline. They've got the play, and they'll run it back into the huddle. Mavericks up, split back under center, one ride to the right. Dowdy's back, looking to throw, still scrambling, gets a pass up to Boggs, and that's not going to be enough. Bring him down. They're going to mark him out at the 49-yard line of the Mavericks, and that's going to be about 6 yards short, and that's going to bring out the punting unit. Snaps back, the punt is away. Good punt down the field, and it's going to take a little bit of a bounce before it is down by Cooper Ridgeway. Going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Green Wave. .8:44 to go here in the first quarter. Big Mavericks defensive line, the first time on the field. Ball snapped back directly to Collier. He's going to go around the right end, finds room there, gets by one tackler, and he's going to be forced out of bounds. Gets up, looks to be about the 32-yard line. Walking that back, we're going to have a hold on that. So it'll bring up 1st and 20 now. Ball snap back, Collier throws. That's going to be brought in. That's number 8, Elijah Kuntz. Sat out to about the 22-yard line. You get right up to about the 35. He has room around the edge, a whole lot of room, has the first down, and is finally forced out of bounds over the 40-yard line. And they are going to finally mark that out at the 42. It's a big pickup there. Green Wave coming out here in a spread formation. 3 receivers to their left. Ball's back, and it's a handoff up the middle, and it's going to be stopped right there for no gain. That is number 54, Jacob Hall, coming in and getting that tackle. Not fooled on the draw. They'll bring up 2nd and 10. No gain on the play. Wave, 3 receivers to their left. Collier's back, throws the ball downfield, and that's going to be brought down by number 8. That is Elijah Notes. And almost enough for first down. It's still going to be about a yard short, a long yard. Brings up 3rd and 1. Snap back to Collier. He's up the middle, going to have just enough for the first down as he gets it up to the 46-yard line. And they will move the chains. All right, trips to the right for the Green Wave. Ball snap back to Collier. He's going to roll to his right. Back, finally throws it, and that's going to go over his intended receiver's head and land out of bounds, bring up 2nd and 10. Border County rivals, James Monroe and Nares. Locked in a good one here in the first quarter. Both these teams have playoff and beyond hopes for this year. Only one can win tonight. Trips to the right for Collier as he takes the ball, hands off inside, and that's going to be brought down right there. And that is big. Brady Baker coming through and getting that tackle is going to bring up 3rd down, and they lost about 2 there, 3rd and 12. Brady Baker, a force to handle there at defensive tackle, and not able to contain him on that one as he broke through and shut that run down. Pruitt gets the play call. There's breaks the huddle, and you're going to have 4 wide, 2 to each side. Running back in a sidecar in shotgun. Takes it, he's going to run to his right. Looks like he's trying to get the edge. Turns upfield, has a lot, and he's going to be brought down there. See where they're going to spot it. And it's not going to be enough for a first down. They're going to be about 3 yards short. Green Wave line up, ready to go. Spread formation. It's back, he's going to run. And brought down there. Oh, gets away from the tackle. able to get an extra yard. That is not going to get the first down, and it's going to be a turnover on downs back to the Mavericks. Initially had him in the backfield. He got away, was able to get an extra yard, but that was not enough. And the Mavericks are going to take over on downs. So opening possessions for both teams yield no points. And we'll be back to the Mavericks here with 4:49 to go in the first quarter. Dowdy has the play. Mavericks in split formation. One wide to the left. Turns, hands the ball to Ridgeway. Ridgeway up the middle. He's got a head of steam and is going to be able to get about 5 yards on that play over the middle. Good chunk of yardage there on first down from Ridgeway. Ball spotted just over the 42-yard line. Split back formation. Dowdy under center. Takes the ball, turns, hands to Ridgeway. He goes up the middle again. It's going to be brought down just over the 45-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3. 2 yards on that dive. Dowdy under center, has the receiver split to the left, turns, hands. That's to Ridgeway. Ridgeway is going to power through and has the first down on a large chunk, about 8 yards there. He was able to get on 3rd and 3, and it's going to bring the ball over into Nares territory for the first time. Mavericks sputtered a little bit out of the gate. They have something going here on this drive as they've been able to pick up some good yards on the ground. Turns, hands the ball. That's to the fullback, Parker. He's able to pick up a few yards down to the 45. Out in his shotgun. Receiver in the sidecar. Now Boggs motions to his left. That's going to go to Ridgeway. Ridgeway finds a hole up the middle. He's going to power down to about the 40. Actually makes it down all the way to the 37 before they're able to drag him down. That's going to be close to a Maverick first down. And actually they're going to spot it back around the 40. Or back around the 39. So just a bit short. Now have a 3rd and short coming up. Here comes Parker in motion. Hands off goes to Ridgeway. Ridgeway stumbles a bit but cuts back inside. He's going to have the first down. Gets all the way down around the 30-yard line. See where it's spotted, but it's going to be well enough for the first down. We'll have the ball spotted at the 31. Able to wind this clock. A minute and 50 seconds to go in the first quarter, and the Mavericks marching deep into Nares territory. Nares had no answer for the Mavericks ground game on this drive. Shotgun, turns, hands to Parker. Parker stumbles, but he's able to get a few yards as he goes over. It looked like he was tripped up just as he took the ball. Able to dive ahead and actually gain about 3 yards. Ryan Mann brings the play in from the sideline. See this almost capacity crowd. Dowdy in the shotgun, and we're going to have a flag Let's see what they're going to call there, and that is going to be false start. It'll back the Mavericks up 5. Bring up 2nd and 12. A game both of these communities have been looking forward to, and you can see it from the crowd. Both sides just packed as tight as they'll go. 40 seconds now. Dowdy in the gun's got trips to his left, turns, looks, he's going to try to go downfield. Now he has to scramble, and they're going to bring him down. And that was number 51, Bram Tabor, able to get in there. 6'2", 200-pound defensive lineman. Finally able to bring Dowdy down. A couple of guys had a shot at him. 3rd and about 15. I think the Mavericks are going to elect to go ahead and let this clock run out and talk about this play before they have to snap the ball at the beginning of the 2nd quarter. So that'll be your first quarter of action, 0-0. Mavericks able to drive into Naris territory here, but now they're going to face a 3rd and long after the false start and the sack. So we'll take a minute here. We'll be right back. And that screen pass to Ridgeway is going to be just enough as he's able to get down over the 30-yard line. Oh, not quite enough. Probably looking at the wrong stick there. It's still going to be about 4th and 8. At this point on the field, the Mavericks likely to go for it. Daddy takes the snap, throws to his right, looking downfield, still has the ball, still rolling, trying to find something. He finds it over the middle, and that's going to get down to number 35. That is William Dillon, sophomore, able to make that reception down around the 25-yard line. Be enough for a Maverick first down. Turns hands to Ridgeway. Ridgeway up the middle. He's going to drag a defender. Oh, we're going to get a flag there before he's finally brought down in the area of a hold. We'll see what they have to say. And that is going to be the signal. So that'll back the Mavericks up. That'll back the Mavericks up again. They'll have the ball spotted at about the 28-yard line. Mavericks ready to go. Dowdy under center, takes the snap, turns hands to Ridgeway. Ridgeway up the middle, and he's going to get out over the 25-yard line, down finally about the 24. Mavericks come out, twin receivers to the left. Dowdy under center. Or no, Dowdy actually in the gun. Steps back. He's going to have to scramble now and will be brought down. And that was Leland Sims, the junior. Or sorry, that was David Taylor. 6'1", 220-pound defensive lineman able to get in there and bring him down. Lost 2. Daddy in the shotgun has Parker in a sidecar. Steps back, looks to throw, now scrambles to his right, still looks downfield. Pass downfield, it's going to be brought in by Boggs. He gets down to about the 15-yard line. It's going to set up third and manageable. It's been a long drive for the Mavericks. Started with a few minutes left in the first quarter. Now we're down under 10 in the second. Now we had a flag on the play. It's like another hold. And that came in well behind the play. And it's going to back the Mavericks up to the 31-yard line. You get down to around the 8. Down in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right. Backs up, looks downfield, has Boggs. Now he has to scramble. He's going to get that ball away, and that's just through the hands, a little bit behind William Dillon. Bring up third down. Third and long for the Mavericks. Sorry, fourth down, fourth and long here for the Mavericks, and looks like they're going to elect to punt and try to pin the Green Wave up against their own end zone. Back, punts away. It's a high punt, tumbles end over end. It's going to land and take a big Nares bounce, and it's going to end up out over the 25-yard line. That's about the 27. So not a lot gained there on the punt. It's going to be Nares' ball. Came off his foot, went high, and had a lot of backspin to it. So when it hit, came back about 7 yards or so. Ended up at the 27-yard line. Snap back to Collier, and flags are going to fly. We're going to get a false start. That's going to back the Green Wave up. It'll be first and 15 now. Spread formation. Collier with the ball. Throws downfield. That's going to be tipped up and brought down, intercepted. That's going to be Chaz Boggs on the interception. The Mavericks are going to have great starting position here. Ball tipped on the air. Might have been Dowdy who got a piece of it, and then Boggs came in to clean it up. That's going to be Mavericks ball, and they're going to go ahead and take a timeout. So I can talk about this a little bit. Under 9 minutes to go here in the first. Mavericks stalled on their drive into Nair's territory, but then after the punt, first play, able to get a turnover on the Chaz Boggs interception. Mavericks ready to come out and start this drive. They're going to have the ball at the 34-yard line to begin, inside Nair's territory. Ball handed off, that's to Parker. He has a big burst up the middle, still on his feet, and he's finally brought down right around the 25-yard line. Big gain there on Mavericks' first play. Bring up about a 2nd and 2. Dowdy under center. That's Parker and Ridgeway behind. Turns hands to Ridgeway. Ridgeway up the middle. He has the first down. He's still dragging defenders out over the 15-yard line. And it's going to be a first down, Mavericks. Dowdy goes under center, has the receiver split to his right. Parker and Ridgeway behind him. Handoff to Ridgeway. Ridgeway over the left side, and he gets down to the 10-yard line. There goes number 10, Gavin Hazelwood, who brought him down. Ball's going to be spotted on the 11. 2nd and about 3. Snaps back, hands off to Parker. Parker over, and he's down near the goal line. They're going to spot him at the 3-yard line. That's good enough for a first down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Mavericks. Run inside, and that's going to be, see what they signal. There's Ridgeway on the carry, and they're going to spot him just inches away from the goal line. Hear the rattle from the visiting team Mavericks. And there's the ball handed off to Parker. He's going to be hit at the goal line, but backs in. And that is going to be 6 points for the Mavericks. They're going to run out the field goal unit and try to tackle on an extra point. But the Mavericks strike first. 6:20 to go in the first half. Kick is up, and it's good. So the Mavericks strike first on the short drive after the Chaz Boggs interception, and it is Parker punching it in from the goal line. Brock Parker, sophomore running back, is able to get that one in. Kicks away. It's going to be fielded at the 5-yard line. Turned down the middle. Going to get up to just over the 25, but a flag flies in at the end of that one. We'll see what they're going to signal. Comes in the area where it could have been a hold. And that is what the signal is going to be. So that'll back the green wave up to start, and we'll see where they end up spotting this. It's going to be 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start at the 19-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Ayers comes out 4 wide. Collier back with the snap. He's going to run to his left. Gets to the edge, but it's going to be brought down. Short gain, if any. We'll see exactly where that gets spotted. Maybe got up to about the 20-yard line. Call it 2nd and 9 on the Pruitt scramble to his left. Actually going to spot that out closer to the 21. Call it 2nd and 8. Back to Pruitt. He's looking downfield, throws, has a wide open receiver, and he brought down right where he caught it, but that was number 8, Notes. That's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Not quite enough for the first down. Back, and they're going to punch that right up the middle, and I think they're going to have enough as they're able to get out actually all the way over the 30-yard line. And that'll move the chains for the Green Wave. 4:53 to go. That'll stop the clock. Snaps back. Pruitt throws to the flat. That was intended for Notesy, but not able to get that, so it's going to go incomplete, bring up 2nd and 10. Snap goes back to Pruitt. Handoff up. Faked handoff up the middle. He's going to go around the right side and brought down there. A couple of yards on the play. We got the 3rd and 8. It was Ryan Mann on the stop. Sidecar receiver, shotgun formation, 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Pruitt steps up, throws the ball. That's tipped up in the air again. That was Parker tipping that ball up, and Boggs almost came down with another one. It's going to bring up 4th down. And it's going to force the Green Wave punt here. Incompletion will stop the clocks of the Mavericks. Likely to get this ball back with decent field position and plenty of time. Punts away. That's a low punt. Takes the 50-yard line. It's going to roll down inside the 40. Still rolling. Gets all the way down to about the 36-yard line. So ended up being a pretty nice punt on the line drive. And the Mavericks will start there. Maverick band warming up right behind us. And on the field, we're ready to go. Snap goes back, handoff to Parker. Parker fights, still on his feet, and they're going to bring him down. Makes it out to the 40-yard line, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 6. Clock ticking, still plenty of time. Over 3 minutes to go in the half. Daddy turns, hands to Ridgeway. Ridgeway finds room up the middle. He's out over the 50-yard line, still on his feet to the 45, the 40. Still going. He gets down to the 35-yard line. Big burst there for Cooper Ridgeway up the middle. Hard to bring down. Able to keep those feet churning, and a big gain. They're going to spot that actually about the 36-yard line, but Mavericks in excellent position here to add on to this 7-point lead before halftime. He goes under center, split formation behind us. Parker and Ridgeway turns, hands to Parker. Parker up the middle. He's going to dive forward, picks up maybe 4 yards on that play. Call it 3, and it'll be 2nd and 7. That hole closed up pretty quickly, but Parker, light on his feet, dove for 3. Snap goes back. Hands to Ridgeway. Ridgeway up the middle. He's going to be out over the 30-yard line and down just inside. It's going to Bring up a 3rd and 3. Minute 40 to go. Clock ticking down now. Under a minute 30. Dowdy turns back, handoff to the inside, goes to Parker. Parker's going to get up to about the 28. We're going to get a timeout, so not quite enough for the first down. Mavericks will have a decision to make here on the 4th and short. Looks like the Mavericks have decided they're going to go for this. Get about a yard. Dowdy goes under center, has man to his left, out wide. Turns, hands off to Ridgeway. Ridgeway up the middle, has plenty of room. He gets ahead of steam. He's out over the 20, down to the 15. So we needed 1, got about 10. And the Mavericks in business here at the 15-yard line. A ticking clock, though. A minute now. He takes the snap, turns, hands to Ridgeway. Ridgeway finds some room over the middle. They're going to shut that down quick. And there's defensive line. Gives up a couple. It's going to get down to about the 11. So call it a 2nd and 7. .30 seconds to go. Motion. Dowdy keeps the ball on the fake. It's tipped up and going to be intercepted in the end zone. There's bringing it back, and that is Pruitt. And he's going to bring that ball out to inside the 5-yard line. Slow to get up, but now he's back to his feet, and he's okay. Maybe favoring his arm a little bit. It's not going to keep him out of this game, and he has just saved 7 points for the Green Wave as he's able to get that interception in the end zone. Collier Pruitt coming up big, still favoring that left arm over there. I think we're going to have to take a second. He's going to have to get that looked at. Just 17 seconds to go in this. See, they're going to get a timeout. He looks like he's okay. So he was favoring that arm a little bit, but now I think he's shaking that off, and I don't think he's going to have to come out for this play. Tough player, and he is going to want to come out here and try to get something going in this short amount of time they have for this drive, 17 and a half seconds. See if they get something going. This high flying Mariners offense certainly has the firepower to be able to do that. Really looks like they're going to just go ahead and let this run out in victory formation. So not going to try to push this and risk a turnover here. We're going to get a knee, and that's going to bring us to the end of the half. And Mavericks are not going to take a timeout. They're happy to go to halftime as well, have a 7-0 lead And that is going to be your halftime score. Not going to have to snap this again. Clock's going to run down. I have less time there than the play clock, and that's going to let both teams get to the locker room. After a hard-fought first half, James Monroe leads 7-0 over the hometown Narrows Green Wave. So I'm going to take a break. We're going to leave you here, pay a couple bills, and then we'll be back, and you'll get to see the band at halftime, so don't go anywhere.
Now performing the first half of their 2023 show entitled Let's 70 in America. The lyric actor is Marching Way.
Folks, we're back. About 2 minutes to go here at halftime. You just saw both bands perform. Both did a great job. You also saw some commercials there, and we're going to take a minute to talk about some of our sponsors. First, you just saw the commercial, the hunting on Hands Creek, and that is something you guys don't want to miss. Come mid-October, you can go down to Hands Creek and have a lot of Halloween scare fun. Don't want to miss it. Great time that they put on down there. Also, you have Shannon Parker, realtor and sales associate for Patterson and Company Luxury Real Estate. Get a hold of her for any real estate needs you might have. You have the Mark at Sunfresh. Great food. You can go down to Peterstown. They are open Monday through Friday, 10 to 4. You can contact them at 304-753-6003. Visit them at 116 Market Street in Peterstown. Again, that's 304-753-6603. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 4. Great food down there. You don't want to miss out on that. Have the little inside billiards lodge. Enjoy playing pool. It's a great place you can go. Right there on 219, just between the firehouse and the dollar store. Go down there and get with those guys, and they can hook you up with all your billiard playing needs. Visit them for more information on Facebook, Advanced Hydraulic, as well as GNC Flooring and Air Supply. Get a hold of Greg Wickline, and he can take care of any of your heating and air needs, or if you need some floor put down or anything along those lines, you want to get a hold of him for sure. And it's getting to be that fall time, and go back to one more time, that haunting on Hands Creek. You guys definitely want to get out there and check that out. Open the 14th, the 21st, 27th, and the 28th, so plenty of opportunities to go down there and get a little bit of fright. All right, so we are ready to go here. Third quarter of action getting ready to start. Mavericks received, so they will be kicking off to start the half. We are just about ready to get to action. Mavericks ready to kick off. Peyton Gardner to kick away. .62 junior's back. He's coming up, puts his leg into it, and that is away. Going to be fielded on the far side. Back to him toward the middle. He finds some room out all the way to the 33-yard line. I believe that was Cooper Helvey on that return. They give up nothing on that first down play. Back to Pruitt. Throws, tries to get it out to the flat, but just leaves it short. His receiver there, Gavin Hazelwood, not able to bring that in as it skips to him. And that'll bring a quick 3rd and 10 here. Wave comes out in a shotgun, 3 wide to the right. A single man on the left. Pruitt's back. He's under pressure. Mavericks chasing him. He's still heaves one up. It's downfield. Has an open man, and the reception is made down inside the 35-yard line. Big play there for the Green Wave. Pruitt was in a whole lot of trouble and found his man way downfield. I believe that was number 20, Levi Smith, on the reception. All right, so Green Wave will have a first down inside Maverick territory. Best position they've had of this game at the 34-yard line. Pruitt back. He's under pressure again, and we're going to get a block in the back right there. Ball floated up. It's going to be out of bounds on the catch, but that's not going to matter. You're going to have a 15-yard block in the back penalty coming here, and it'll be a repeat of first down. Happened right in front of the referee. It was just no denying that one. That's going to back the ball up to the 43-yard line. Flag going to fly there as Nares is able to draw James Monroe offside. You'll have an encroachment, and that'll take 5 of those yards away. So hard count there from Nares, able to get a anxious Maverick defensive line to jump. Comes out, has receivers to the left and right. Handoff in a jet sweep over the middle. That's going to be number 9, Mullins. And he finds his way up to almost the 35-yard line. Call it the 36. That'll get most of that initial yardage lost in the penalties back. And we have a 2nd and 10. Has the play. Huddle breaks, and we're going to have trips left. 1 man to the right. That is Hazelwood. Pruitt in the shotgun with a sidecar. He's back, looks downfield under some pressure, gets the ball away, and that's going to be right to Leighton Dowdy on the goal line. He's got it. He's coming back. He's out over the 10 to the 15. Gets a block out to almost the 17-yard line. And we're going to get a penalty, some extracurricular activity going on the sideline. We'll see what they call, if it's going to be some offsetting or if that's going to go one way or the other. Hard to see what was going on in that crowd of bodies, but that is going to be a Maverick first down. Heaved that one up, and his receiver just wasn't back there. Dowdy, the only person in the range, brought that one down. So a couple of interceptions on both sides now at the goal line. We're going to have a personal foul, and they're going to call that against the Mavericks. So that's going to back them up, but they will maintain possession. So that happened at the end of the half as Pruitt was able to bring down an interception right at his own goal line. And this time he throws one right at the goal line on the other end. So Mavericks ahead now in the turnover column, 2-1 on the interceptions by Dowdy and Boggs. One of the risks you have when you put the ball in the air a lot is that the other team's going to come down with it, and that has happened plenty of times here tonight. 1st and 10, Mavericks will start at about the 8-yard line. Dowdy has the ball. Gets a few yards on the quarterback keeper, and he's going to be out to about the 14. So they call that the 15. Got it back. He has the play. Huddle breaks. He's going to have split backs. Looks like that's Parker and Ridgeway again. Man to the left. Turns, hands to Parker. Parker up the middle. He's going to be able to churn that up to almost the 20-yard line. And it's going to be good for a first down. Mavericks in the ball on the 20. Started this drive at the 8 after the personal foul penalty at the end of the interception return. And I'll have it out to the 20. Ball turns. That's hand to Ridgeway. He finds room up over the middle. He's going to drag defenders almost for another first down as he's going to make it up to the 28-yard line. It'd be 2nd and 2. Going to be a run up the middle, and there's Chaz Boggs. He's got enough for first down. Flag's flying at the end. He's saying it's a face mask. We'll see if that's what the referees think. And personal foul face mask is going to be the call. That'll tack on 15 yards to the end of that run, and the Mavericks are going to end up here with some great position up near midfield. Dowdy comes back, split backs here, Boggs and Ridgeway. Play snapped, hands off to Ridgeway. Comes out, actually that's Boggs, gets out to the outside. He's up the left sideline and going to be run out of bounds after a gain of a few. And a flag, and that's going to back the Mavericks up on the hold. That'll bring the ball back to the 44-yard line. Need to get down to about the 39. Call that 1st and 17. Snap back to Dowdy. Goes a screen pass. That's going to be brought down by Boggs. Boggs gets around one defender. He's down the sideline. Big gain. And he's going to get it out to about the 45-yard line. Back finds Ridgeway on the left side. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage down to the 40, and it's going to be close to the first down. We'll see exactly where they're going to mark this out. Going to be close to a first down. We'll see. And they are going to move the flag. First and 10 after the receptions by Boggs and Ridgeway. Screen passes to either side of the field. The Mavericks back in business here down at the nearest 39-yard line. 7:14 to go. We'll be ready to wind this clock on the snap. Ball back to Dowdy. He's going to keep it over the left side. He gets up to the sideline, has room down to the 30-yard line where he's finally going to be brought down there. And that's brought down by Collier Pruitt. It's going to be a gain of about 8 on the play. Dowdy under center. Turns, hands to Boggs. Boggs over the left side. He's going to go up the middle and going to be brought down there, but not before. That gains about 3 yards on the play and brought down by number 3, Tucker Bryant. He gets down to the 26-yard line. It's going to be enough for a first down. Mavericks come out with 4 receivers. Dowdy turns under some pressure and has scramble to his right. Has a man, throws it downfield, and it's going to be caught. And that's 13, Ryan Mann on the reception, able to work the scramble drill there and find Mann. And gets down to the 20-yard line. It's good for about 6 yards on the play. Snap back to Dowdy. Looking to go deep. He's got a man, and he's into the end zone. That's Chaz Boggs for the touchdown, and that's going to put the Mavericks up 13-0. And no flags on the field for that one, and Boggs brings it down for a Maverick touchdown. Gardner back. Snaps back, Dowdy puts it down, kicks away, and that one is through. And Mavericks tack on another and lead now by 2 scores, 14-0. 5:17 to go, and the Mavericks have taken now a 2-score lead up to 14-0. And they'll be looking to kick and play some defense here, but great position for the Mavericks after that Chaz Boggs touchdown reception from Leighton Dowdy. So Green Wave are going to be looking to respond to that. So they need to make an answer right here. They don't want to get any farther down than they are. If they want to have a shot at this in the fourth quarter, this is a drive where they need to make a statement. Gardner ready. Here's the approach, and it kicks away, and a big kick's going to go down and trickle out of bounds. So that's going to be a penalty on the Mavericks. Green Wave will get to start this one at the 35-yard line. Same thing happened to the Green Wave on the initial kickoff of this game, went out of bounds. So that's twice in this game, one to each team, and this will be a really good starting position for Neres as they look to answer that touchdown drive. Capacity crowd, nobody going anywhere anytime soon. So instead, they have opted to re-kick this. And we'll go again. Gardner with the ball off. And it's going to skip in. 20-yard line, be fielded. And that's number 7, Aiden Tiller. And he gets out over the 40-yard line. So good decision there to back him up and try to kick again instead of just take the penalties. He's able to get that out to the 41. So a gain of 6 on what the penalty would have been at the 35. And that will bring us to 1st and 10 on this drive for Nares. Nares with 4 wide. Pruitt in the shotgun. Mavericks back off. Now he's going to try to get to his left side, and it's going to be brought down there by a host of Mavericks. There's Parker, Ridgeway, both in on that tackle. Clock ticking now, down under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Gain of about 2 on that play. Actually, loss of 2. Ball's back to Pruitt. He steps up in the pocket. Down there by Parker. Up near the initial line of get those yardage back that he lost. Nearly. I think it's still going to be 3rd and 11. She did get back over all that 3rd and 9. Ball back to Collier. 3 receivers to the right side. Looking to get it down the field. Receiver fell down, and that ball caught. Oh, and they're going to say it hit the ground. That was a tremendous effort there by Elijah Notzi. And thought that was caught initially. A Maverick defender came in, and I think that was just enough to get that ball on the ground. But very close to being a catch for a first down by Nares. Notzi with the ball. Almost able to bring that in. Punts away. And brought down by Ridgeway. Ridgeway gets it back up. Finds some room over the right side. Still going over the 40 to the 45 to the 50. And finally wrestled out of bounds just short of the Nares 45-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Mavericks starting in Nares territory. Mavericks looking to go up 3 scores if they can put one in here. Going to be Dowdy running with the quarterback keeper, and he gets down inside the 40, down almost to the 35. Gets ready, snap back. We run right up the middle. Brought down there for a short gain. That was Boggs on the carry. Get that down to right at the 40-yard line. Snap brought back, fumble, and it's going to be fought for. I think Nares is going to be on top of that. We'll see when they pull this pile out. Nares initially had that ball, and a Maverick somehow comes out of that pile with it, which is very fortunate for the Mavericks. It's going to be second and long for the fumble on first down. Nares initially was on top of that ball and just couldn't hold on to it as it squirted out. And Mavericks able to jump on it. Very fortunate play for the Mavericks. Dowdy with the ball, looks to go deep. Now he's going to scramble to his right, and it's going to be brought down. See if he got that ball away, or if he was down, and they're going to mark him down right there. That's going to be a sack by number 11, Matt McLaughlin. Back the Mavericks up a little bit more. So face third and long. This time the Mavericks face a third and long. It was a screen pass to Ridgeway. We'll see what they go with, as they're going to come out with 4 wide, trips to the left. And Parker lined up in his sidecar next to Dowdy in the shotgun. Ball's back. Dowdy's looking to go deep, still scrambling around, trying to buy some time, in some trouble. Gets away from a couple defenders, fires the ball downfield. That's going to be caught. We'll see if they say he was in bounds. Referees getting together, having a discussion about this, and they're going to say no, Ridgeway not able to bring that down, and he looks like he's in some pain on the sideline. We'll see if he's okay. Still down. Now he's getting to his feet. Trainer going to get a look at him as he came down hard catching that ball. But he's going to head back out, so he's ready to go. That'll bring up 4th and long for the Mavericks. Maybe just go ahead and punt this one away and see if they can pin Green Wave deep. Last time they punted from this area of the field, they only got about a 15-yard gain out of it on the backspin ball. Ball's back, punt is away. And that ball's going to land down at the 10-yard line and take a Maverick bounce this time. So great field position if you're the Mavericks, because it's going to back Narrows up inside their own 10-yard line. With under 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter, it'll be 1st and 10, Green Wave. Snap goes back to Pruitt. He's around to the left side. Got some room there. Going to get by one defender. Spins through another. Still on his feet. And finally going to be brought down. That's Brady Baker there to help bring him down. Like Jacob Hall there as well. A decent gain there. And we're going to get the end of our third quarter, so it's going to bring up the fourth quarter. Mavericks with a 14-0 lead, but there's with the ball and driving. The standing room only crowd packed in to Ragsdale Field. Third and 4 now. Four wide for Nares. Ball back to Pruitt. Looking to throw. He's got a man deep. Dowdy back on the coverage and overthrown and out of bounds. Not able to get to that one. That's going to bring up 4th and 4 deep in Nares territory. So imagine they're going to punt this with 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Snap back, punt away. High punt, going to be fielded inside the 50-yard line. That's Ridgeway, gets it up to the 40. So the Mavericks going to start with great field position here inside the Nares 40-yard line. It's a big drive here for both the Maverick offense and this Nares defense, because you feel like if the Mavericks can put this one in, it's going to be a real high hill for Nares to climb to get back into this one with just 11 minutes to go as of now. So defensive stand here for Nares is a must. Dowdy back, has it off to Ridgeway. Ridgeway up the left side, cuts into the middle, has a big gain. He's up past the 30 to the 20. He's down to the 10, the 5. He's into the corner of the end zone. And in one play, Dowdy has took it in for, or Dowdy, sorry, Ridgeway has taken it in for a score. And just like that, took 10 seconds off the clock, and the Mavericks have extended their lead 20-0. Gardner back. Dowdy gets the snap, puts it down. Kick is up, and that's good. Gardner 3 for 3 on extra points to not, and that extends the lead out. James Monroe 21, Nares 0. So just talking about that before that play was run, this was a very important defensive stand for Nares, but Ridgeway able to take that one over left guard and cut back to the inside, put that into the corner of the end zone as he came all the way back across to the other side of the field. So not the way Nares wanted that one to go, but if there's any silver lining to that, it's that they didn't take much time to do it, only 10 seconds. So still over almost 11 full minutes for Nares to try to get back into this. Gardner's kicks away, spins end over end, comes down, and really just dies right there at the 20-yard line. I think Naris thought that was going to trickle out of bounds. They had to field it, and they get up to about the 25. This will be 1st and 10 here. Nares at the 26-yard line. Snap goes back. Pruitt gets the ball out. That's the number 10, Hazelwood. And he's able to get up just over the 30. From the 30-yard line. 2nd and 4. Collier back to throw, and that goes over his intended receiver. Mavericks there on defense and falls incomplete. That ball intended again for Matt McLaughlin will bring up 3rd and 4. Pruitt ready. Snap goes back. He's looking to get the ball away. Now he scrambles. He has room. He gets by Ridgeway up to the 35 and down at about the 37-yard line. We'll see if that's going to give him enough, and it is, as they're going to move the change. Scramble by Pruitt gives Nares the 1st down. Pruitt ready. 4 receivers wide. His back looks to his right. Pump fakes. Now he steps up. He's having to scramble. Gets a short pass off, and that's going to be brought in. They say that is a catch, and that's going to be Gavin Hazelwood. And they're going to give him credit for that catch. Close there on the ground, but it's going to move the ball up to the 45-yard line. And we're going to fumble on the snap. It's going to be recovered by Pruitt for Nares. It's going to back him up to about the 40. We'll have 3rd down. So unfortunate there, just not able to handle that snap. Lucky to get it back, but it's going to put them into a 3rd and long. And, that snap came back without him expecting it. He's able to field it, throws the ball down the field, and it's going to be caught. And it's going to be close to a 1st down. Going to be just short. We're going to be 4th and 1. Amazing play there by Pruitt. As that snap came back on the ground, he wasn't expecting it. Had to run back, pick it up, and just fire downfield, and close enough. And another fumble, and that is going to be a turnover on downs. That ball came out, not sure what happened. It was inside the pile. Didn't have a 1st down on the initial surge, but that ball came squirting out the back of the pile, and the Mavericks jumped on it there, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Not sure who actually had the recovery on that, if it was the Mavericks or Nares, but in either case, that was 4th down. And the Mavericks getting ready to take over. It's been a hard-fought game, and just a few bad breaks for Nares has really made it a 3-score game. Boggs with the ball. He cuts back to his right side, over the middle. He's got room. He's into Nara's territory. Enough for a first down. Clock ticking now, under 7:45 to go. James Monroe driving. Ball at the 33-yard line. Goes back. It's going to be handed off to Ridgeway. He's up over the right side, gets the outside, and able to pick up about 3 on the play. These are two good teams going against each other, and it has just been a few bounces of the ball that went against Nara's way. Interception down around the goal line, interception early off a tip ball that put the Mavericks in great position to get a score, and then that fumble on the 4th and short. Dowdy with the ball, steps back, he's looking for a receiver, gets away from a defender, comes to his right and throws. That's going to be incomplete. I believe there's a a flag on that play, so that's going to back the Mavericks up a little bit farther. Bring the ball to about the 38-yard line. Ball direct snap back to Ridgeway. He's up the middle, get up over the 35-yard line. Clock ticking, just over 6 minutes now. Dowdy goes under center, split backs, turns hands to Ridgeway. Ridgeway looks for room over the middle, has some, and he's going to be brought down. Oh, and a fumble. Nara's brought that ball right out of his hand, and they're going to come away with it. That was number 4, Cooper Helvey, who recovered that. Ridgeway was going down, and Helvey was just able to reach in and take that ball right away from him. So good break there for Naras as they'll take over. Back to Pruitt. Fires down the field, and that's going to be tipped up and reception made. That's going to be Hazelwood with the ball. He's down the field and going to finally be wrestled down. That's number 7. Cooper Ridgeway able to bring him down, but not after a huge gain by Naras. And they're in business here on their end of the field. The ball down to about the 36-yard line. Actually, yeah. 1st and 10, Nara's 36. 5.5 minutes to go. Nara's not out of this thing yet. After that big play, hookup between Pruitt and Hazelwood. And that ball actually tipped up in the air by Dowdy. Hazelwood came in out of nowhere and brought that down. So 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Pruitt drops back, has a man, throws the ball. And he's just not able to bring it in. Had room over there. That was Ryan Williams. And it just goes off of his hands. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. It'll stop the clock. Snap goes back to Pruitt. Gets some room. Fires over to the side. He's got a receiver there. That's Notes. And flag gonna fly. See what they're gonna call here. Notes he had reception down the field. Flag came in after that. We'll see if that might be a personal foul, but not sure yet. And they're going to wave that flag off. The reception is going to count. Oh, actually, they say he didn't come down with that. That'll be 3rd and 10. So not able to carry it all the way to the ground. Now we'll have twin receivers to the right. Now Coach Lowe wanting to discuss something with the referee, and we are ready to get back into action. Receiver in motion. Ball back to Pruitt. Goes to his right, steps up in the pocket. He's in some trouble, but able to get away. Oh, and then he runs into his own man. And a combination of Mavericks bring him down. And it looks like that was Jacob Hall and Jacob Clarkson in on that play. He's just not able to scramble quite enough to get away from that duo of Mavericks as they got to him. And that'll be 4th down, about 15. No choice but to go for it here for Narrows, and they certainly have the firepower. Pruitt drops back. Deep drop, deep drop. Now he's going to let loose. Down the field, has a man. Oh, and just not able to bring that down. And that's going to be another turnover on downs here with 4:21 to go in the 4th quarter. And never want to say never, folks, but that might just be a little bit too much to come back from here. Ooh, we're going to get a penalty on the Mavericks. And it's going to be 1st down there. So luck turns there. And going to be 1st down again for Nares. So still an opportunity here. Ball back to Pruitt. He's going to take it himself right up the middle. Big gain there as he brings up about 7 yards. Pruitt with the ball, quick pass out, and just right through the hands of McLaughlin. They had one there and might have been able to sneak that one into the end zone had he been able to keep a hold of it, but snap comes back to Pruitt. They're going to have a flag, and it's offsides on the defense. Three receivers to the left. Pruitt takes the ball. He's going to run right up the middle himself. That's going to be enough for a first down. It's actually going to be first and goal. Timeout on the field, James Monroe. Coach Mustang, Coach Goodman really trying to work and get this defense fired up to make this goal line stand. But a Halloween themed music playing here, Ragsdale Field. We're getting into the fall season again. Hunting on Hands Creek, you don't want to miss that one, folks. October 14th through the end of October every weekend. You can enjoy that. Now Pruitt with the ball. He throws down, tries to fit that one in to McLaughlin, not able to get it in. It's going to bring up second and goal. Second down attempt here coming. Pruitt takes a snap, hands the ball off. That's gonna, keeps it around the outside actually, and he gets down near the goal line before he's upended. Takes a hard hit there, but it's back to his feet. Initially, he handed that off to Helvey. Great fake there from Pruitt as he gets it down near the goal line. It'll be third and short with goal to go. Quarterback sneak. He's going to be pushed from the back and drugged down. We'll see where they spot that. Not going to get in. They're going to give it fourth and goal here now. Still needs about a full yard. They're going to mark this down on the 1. So there is definitely going for it here. Maverick defense going to get a timeout. Coach Goodman, defensive coordinator, out to talk to his guys. Timeout over. Mavericks back on the field. We're ready to get this thing going on this fourth and goal attempt. 2:33 to go in the fourth quarter. Mavericks with a 21 lead, but they don't want to give up anything right here and give Neres even a crack in the door to get their foot into. Neres looking to punch this in and will surely be looking to get an onside kick if they can. Even if they don't, this is going to put the Mavericks in a precarious situation up against their own goal line. Motion left to right. Pruitt with the ball. Pitches the left to Helvey, and he's able to find the end zone. Neres on the board. think the Mavericks were expecting that to go inside, probably Pruitt, and the pitch just not able to get out to the flat and defend that. Helvey able to sneak that one in. So Nara's on the board, and looks like they're going to line up for a field goal and try to make this a 7-21 two-score game with 2:28 to go, and I'm sure we'll be seeing an onside kick attempt very soon. And that kick up and no good. So that leaves it as a 15-point game, which means if they can get this ball back, they would need a 2-point conversion at some point to be able to tie this game. But as it stands now, still down 15. So don't go anywhere, folks. This one not over yet. 2:28 to go, and we're going to see an onside kick attempt from the Green Wave. So if you're the Mavericks, you're having to sit here and think about who your hands team's going to be. Surely you're going to have Cooper Ridgeway, Chaz Boggs, Ryan Mann out there. Brock Parker, likely another one you're going to see up close. Go ahead and take a timeout because they want a little bit of extra time to talk about this. Make sure they have exactly the right personnel in here. Make sure everybody knows what they're doing. This is surely going to be an onside attempt. Call back to Pikeview. Pikeview attempted an onside kick, and Andrew Weichel was actually able to take that ball and run it back for a touchdown in that game. The freshman, we're not sure if he's going to be out here on this one or not. Kicks away, and that's going to be fielded, brought down by Bryce Gardner. So freshman out there able to bring that down for the Mavericks, and they will take over possession. Onside kick not successful. Mavericks will have the ball at midfield. So the Mavericks going to be looking to run this clock down as much as they possibly can. Dowdy under center, split backs behind, turns hands to Ridgeway. Ridgeway is going to carry a defender on his back. He's going to get down near the 40-yard line, still on his feet, still going. Finally going to be whistled down inside the 40-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down. They've had a lot of trouble bringing down Ridgeway tonight. He's been running like a man on a mission. Dowdy with the ball, pitch out to Boggs. Boggs to the left side, gets by a defender, finds some room there, and then he's going to be brought down after a gain of about 2. Clock ticking here, going under a minute 30. Mavericks in no hurry. Dowdy turns, hands to Parker. Parker finds some room on the inside. Big burst up the middle. That brings the clock under a minute to go now. Mavericks need to snap this one more time. They can get a first down here. They won't have to snap again. Dowdy taking his time. Steps under center. He's got Ryan Mann to the right side. Split backs Parker and Ridgeway behind him. Turns hands to Parker. Parker's just going to pull steam ahead there. And we'll see where they mark it down. The clock is continuing to run. They're going to call it fourth down. And the Mavericks won't have to snap this again. No timeouts left for Neres. And that is going to be your ball game, folks. James Monroe, the Road Warriors, able to come in here and get their third road victory to start this season off, and they haven't even been at home yet. They'll be back for homecoming next week. That's going to be against Summers County. So Neres falls to 4-1. James Monroe advances to 3-0. Both of these teams still with a lot of playoff hopes. Neres has already knocked off Auburn, Holston, Chilhowie, and Ross County rival Giles last week. Both two really good teams with a hard-fought game here tonight, and just difference in turnovers essentially what decided this one. So we're going to take a break here, and we will be back with postgame in just a minute. Folks, we are back. James Monroe able to get the victory 21-6 here with the cross-border rivalry game between Giles, a game that hadn't been played in a while but hopefully can be played many times in the future. You could see how much excitement there was on both sides as both sides were full. This would be a great game just to go back and forth every year. If anybody listening who can make that happen, everybody here would really appreciate it. It's a game that we should play as much as we can. Hard-fought game by both teams, both two really good teams. Mavericks come away with a well-earned victory in this one here tonight. When we look at our players of the game, a few standouts. Cooper Ridgeway running hard all night. Brock Parker able to punch one in the end zone and had some real clutch runs throughout the entire game. Defense played great, only allowing 6 points, but on top of that, you had your offensive line really opening up a lot of holes. And let's not forget to mention Chaz Boggs and Leighton Dowdy, both with 2 big defensive plays, interceptions, while this game was very close. And then you had the hookup on the pass over the middle from Dowdy to Boggs for the touchdown, which really put the Mavericks in great shape. But let's talk about our players of the game. Here's what we want to do. Opened up the holes all night. Mavericks were able to run, and that's what really put this one away for them. We're going to give the players of the game to all 5 of those offensive linemen here tonight. The big guys going to get some love, and that is what made the difference in this game, was that Maverick offensive line. The Plowboys able to go out there and open up holes for those running backs to get through. So James Monroe going to be,
I think ultimately, I guess
first time this season they're going to have to actually play 2 games in a row as they've had.
I can't say enough about Mariners. I can't say enough about Collier Pruitt. Collier's mother played basketball for me at James Monroe, so he kind of means something. But I'm just proud of where our boys and our defense really stepped up tonight. Because that's, with him back there at quarterback, he's tough to handle. There's a lot of things he can do. He throws the ball well and runs the sports. He really did. I'm really proud of the way we played.
Hitting on the defense, can you expand how that opened up scoring opportunities for you? Because both of the scores came off of turnovers.
Yeah.
Chaz's interception and then Leighton's interception.
Yeah. I mean, that was big. Both those interceptions were big because, like I say, the longer Collier Pruitt's got the ball in his hands, the more things can happen. And so, Chaz was such a heads-up interception because he was there for the tip ball. And that's what you want out of your D-backs. That's what you want out of your defense, is that they're flying to the ball and everybody getting around. And, I can't say enough about that. Of course, Leighton plays that center field really well. He's very similar to Eli back there last year. So, really proud of the way they performed.
I got Cooper Ridgeway with 159 yards. Might have had a little more than that. He fumbled on the first 2 carries.
Yeah.
Tell me
well,
about
I think the first one, he looked to me like he was trying to grab the ball instead of make that pocket. But, it's even the good ones are going to do that every now and then. So Cooper's one of those kids. He's been basically starting on this team since he's in the 9th grade. And the things he brings to our team, the leadership he brings to our team, and the way he plays on both sides of the ball. He does well. He's in pass coverage. He does well playing that linebacker. So, I just can't say enough about him. We've always, one thing I think we kind of take pride in at James Rose, seems like we've always got one of those running backs. Cooper fits right into the mix.
What was the message to your defense to try to contain their quarterback?
We worked a lot on defense this week, a lot, because we weren't very happy with the way we played defensively over at Pikeview. Even up at Wheeling Central, because Wheeling Central had some technical good running backs. But we lost. When you look at the 7 behind the front 4, we've only got 2 returning starters, Cooper and Chaz. And Leighton would have been back there more last year, but with Eli and Brady last year, I didn't really need him back there. So it's something we've really worked on. Jason's worked a lot on that this past week, and we're going to continue to do it. But what they did tonight to me was they did a heck of a job, and hopefully we can keep stepping forward.
After a tough, battle against a tough Narrows team, tell me about the team now having to focus again and get ready for next week.
We've kind of got another rival coming in next week with Summers County. And Summers County, they've had some tough games. They don't have very many kids, but they've got a good crop of athletes on that team. They're just tough all around. I thought, despite the score last year, they played us about as well as anybody last year. And they lost several kids, but they got several good ones back. So we're going to be in another battle. We're going to have to come ready to go.
You're good.
All right, thank you.
You've quite literally coached everybody and their parents, huh? You've quite literally coached everybody and their parents, huh?
I always look at, you always have these families. And I got one kid on the team that if you look at, I didn't coach his great-grandparents, but, when I look at the genealogy, I guess he's the first great-grandson I've had.
Oh, man.
Which, by the way, Lisa and I are turned just about ready to be great-grandparents. Sydney and Grant.
And Grant? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations.
And your dad was principal at Union Elementary, and my mom was teaching.
That's right. That's right.
So here we go.
I'll tell you, of course, my son and his wife are expecting another, so that'll give us 21 grandkids. And I have to put their birthdays in my phone.
To that point, congratulations.
All right, and you heard there Coach Mustaine talking about how proud he is of his defense. A lot of new starters on the back end of that, and they played great tonight. Offensive line played great. Like I said, we have christened that entire offensive line as our players of the game for what they did here, opening holes all night. And you got a little bit of taste of him talking about all the years he's coached in Monroe County, the ties he has back to coaching at Greenville and Union and now James Monroe. He's really been all over the place, and just a whole family of coaches. His dad was a coach as well. So a lot of sports history there in Monroe County with head coach John Mustaine. So again, James Monroe comes in here tonight. They get a 21-6 victory, 15 points over this undefeated until now Naras Green Wave team, and that's going to be a wrap. We'll be back next week against Summers County. Naras will have Perry McClure next week. So a couple of tests coming up. Mavericks looking good so far. Naras will look to get back in the win column next week. So from Ragsdale Field here in Naras, Virginia, that's going to wrap us up for the night. Everybody be safe out there. And actually, before we sign off, I would like to just take a minute and just point out it's been a couple rough weeks here for sports in the area of Southern West Virginia. Started last week with the loss of Damon Mooney at Midland Trail in a traffic accident. He's a 16-year-old football player for Midland. Thoughts and prayers with that team and his family. Also, Elijah Redfern last week collapsed during a football game at Woodrow. All indications are now that he's doing much better. And anyone who remembered James Monroe softball last year will remember playing against Kaylee Bain at Woodrow. She's a terrific catcher for the Lady Warriors. She had some issues last week medically as well. Also, now out of the hospital, doing much better. So, a couple of people that James Monroe fans will be familiar with from over the years of competition in this area. Thoughts and prayers certainly all with them in this time. But Redfern and Bain both on the road to recovery, so that's good news. With that, we'll sign off, and we will